There is a scene in almost every Studio Ghibli films that you can recall, one that contains no action, no grand magic, and very little dialogue. It is the quiet moment in the film My Neighbor Totoro, where sisters Satsuki and Mei are standing patiently in the rain, sharing an oversized umbrella with a giant, smiling forest spirit at a lonely bus stop. Or in the film Kiki's Delivery Service, consider a young witch, Kiki, settling down in her attic room in a new city, lighting a small fire and preparing a simple meal. In Studio Ghibli films, brimming with magic and adventure, Hayao Miyazaki's most enduring moments are often his quietest. They are scenes that celebrate the simple act of waiting, of observing the rain, or of experiencing a tiny moment of wonder. This cinematic legacy does not rely on high-intensity twists or adrenaline-pumping drama. Instead, the films of Studio Ghibli offer a gentle, compelling portrait of a way of life that values quietude, effort, and finding peace in the present. As Miyazaki says, always believe in the beauty of the ordinary. It's where magic quietly hides. Today, in this video, we will explore the philosophy at the heart of Studio Ghibli, a philosophy that functions as a beautiful manifesto for simpler living. It goes without saying that the history of Studio Ghibli is tightly intertwined with Hayao Miyazaki's own story. The legendary studio, which he co-founded, has been his home away from home for almost half of his life. Do you know Miyazaki chose the studio's name? He took it from the Italian Air Force's reconnaissance airplane used in the Second World War, the Caproni Ka 309 Ghibli.
ジブリなんて困ってさ飛行機の名前で思いついてジブリとか言ったんだから。
However, Ghibli, originating from Libya, is the name of a hot wind that blows from the Sahara Desert. It is better known as the Sirocco. According to Toshio Suzuki, Miyazaki wanted to blow a strong wind through the world of animation. And that's how Studio Ghibli name was formed. To understand the philosophy woven into every Ghibli studio frame, we have to understand the worldview of the man behind them. Hayao Miyazaki once said, "Modern life is so thin, shallow, and fake. I look forward to when developers go bankrupt, Japan gets poorer, and wild grasses take over." At first instance, it sounds radical and disturbing. But if you look closer, you will find it's not a statement of anger. It's a statement of longing, a longing for philosophy of simpler living. This disdain for complexity and greed is visually translated into Miyazaki films. Take example of Spirited Away. The film opened with Chihiro's parents are literally transformed into pigs after their excess consumption of food they didn't earn. A terrifying metaphor for how a life lived only to consume can strip us of our humanity. And how does Chihiro save her parents? Not with power, but with work and humility. When Chihiro cleans the polluted river spirit, a direct nod to the Shinto belief in nature gods being harmed by human waste. At that moment, she is performing a sacred act. Chihiro also rejects No-Face's gold and chooses friendship, discovering that honest work done with compassion is more valuable than any treasure. Chihiro learns that the simple life isn't about having less. It's about wanting less. And in that wanting less, she finds everything. And in Howl's moving castle, the endless war, powered by machines and complex politics, is the central source of pain. In film, we also see Sophie, a young lady cursed with old age. She finds an unexpected gift, freedom from expectations, And what does she do with this freedom? She cleans, she cooks, she creates order from chaos. While war rages outside, the ultimate symbol of humanity's destructive complexity, Sophie builds a small place of peace inside the castle, not through magic, but through simple, domestic routine. This is Miyazaki's quiet answer to chaos, not to fight it with more chaos, but to create a place through intentional and humble acts. In Miyazaki's view, the simple life is a conscious decision to resist the arrogance of modern human civilization and its limitless desire to consume more and destroy. Take My Neighbor Totoro. Have you noticed what doesn't happen in this film? There is no villain to defeat, no treasure to find. Just two girls, a new home, and the quiet magic of paying attention. Satsuki and Mei find wonder not in toys or screens, but in acorns and dust sprites. They find it in komorebi, the Japanese word for the way sunlight filters through leaves, a word that exists because someone thought that specific beauty deserved its own name. In this movie, the forest isn't a resource, it's a cathedral, and the magic they find there comes not from consumption, but from noticing. So what does this all teach us? 3 simple, profound truths. First, presence is more valuable than productivity. Every Ghibli film is filled with negative space, moments where nothing happens. However, these are not wasted moments. They're the moment when we truly live. In a world that screams for optimization, Miyazaki philosophy says that the moments between the action are where life is actually lived. Second, simple work has profound dignity. Miyazaki shows us there is no hierarchy of labor. The person who cleans with care is living as meaningful a life as a king. Purpose is found in the how we do, not in what we do. Third, nature is not a resource, but a relationship. In Ghibli's world, the wind is alive, the trees are sacred. This Shinto-inspired view reminds us that we are not separate from nature, but a small part of a vast, interconnected whole. The simple life, then, is about remembering what we've forgotten in our rush toward more. Hayao Miyazaki once said he wants to portray a relationship where the two mutually inspire each other to live. This is what his films do. They don't lecture us. They don't shame us. They simply show us another way. And in showing us, they inspire us to slow down, to notice, to find magic in the mundane, to choose connection over consumption, being over becoming. The philosophy of Studio Ghibli is not a rejection of life. It is a deep and loving embrace of it, in its smallest, quietest, most beautiful forms. So the next time you watch a Ghibli film and feel that pull, that longing for something simpler, something truer, don't dismiss it as nostalgia. Listen to it. It's not the past calling you back. It's your future, inviting you home. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more empowering content. Thanks for watching.